Good morning and welcome to all the wonderful, magnificent, extraordinary, and beautiful people. It's an amazing day. We are starting with a very good note. And today we have a great philosopher, dreamer, helper, and I can keep adding adjectives for the next 1 hour. One of my adopted brother, Ramamurthy, is going to conduct session. Before inviting him, we would like to see why we are here. What is that we are doing every day? It's been more than a year, 1.5 years. We are more than 500 days. We are coming every day. I was talking to somebody. I have never in life gone to any program like this. It's something amazing is happening. Why? Because the subject matters. The area which we work matters. What are the areas we work? We work against our default mode. And what we are doing, we are becoming creators. We focus on creation. And we are becoming possibility seekers. In fact, I can put one more extra word. We are becoming possibility creators. Rest of the world is not able to see possibility. Few of good people are blessed to see possibilities, but we are the one who are creating possibilities. And we learn the art of focus and we learn about energy. These are all the secrets to success. And in many places, people are talking about transformation, longing about transformation, dreaming about transformation. But here is the place where we are just witnessing the transformation, not only for 1 or 2%, for everyone. Amazing, isn't it? If I go and tell this to anybody, their logical mind can't even imagine this is happening. And that is the magical place it is. Probably on a lighter note, the forum name also may change in the future, putting something like magic, miracle, all these kind of words, because that is what happening here. And I'm so happy to be with all these amazing, vibrating, good intentional people. And I once again welcome you all. And today we'll have a wonderful discussion. Let us try to rise our consciousness and let us try to rise our awareness. Let's contribute something to this world to make this a better place. With this introduction, I would like to invite my favorite, the great Zen who comes in shirt. Ramaji, go to you.
Thank you, Vetri. Thank you, everyone. Good morning, everyone. So, in empowering morning conversations, like Vetri said, we are doing really transformation. So we are questioning so many things. We are trying to understand. We are trying to equip ourselves. So one of the things we are all saying is that all of life comes to me with peace, joy, and glory. So that's what we want, and that's what we are working towards. So now today's topic is on time, and particularly the future. How do we get prepared for the future, right? So even before we talk about future and how do we get prepared for the future, what is time? What is time, and how do you misuse the time? So let's start from there. Yes, sir.
Sir, I want to share my this thing. I may not know what is time exactly, but I have done PhD in misusing it. With that, over to you, Ramesh.
Right. So let's reflect on that. Yeah, it's possible that we may not even know what is time, but we may be using or misusing. So I asked misuse because many of us are aware, and we are very familiar that no, I'm wasting my time. So what is that? Let's try to understand. Yes, Nitiji.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Firstly, slight correction to what Vetri said. We are not only witnessing, but we are witnessing and experiencing transformations, Vetri. Having said that, coming to time, uh, today I can say time is a series of moments of now that carry opportunities in them, many that I availed and many that I lost. So that is time. Time is moments that I have lost, moments that I have taken up and created further. And it is, what should I say? It is a series of experiences. It brings the series of experiences into my life. And whether I act, react, like the internal mental chatter is what when the mind says something and we get involved into that question and answer within our own mind, the internal chatter starts. So time is similar. Time today, I feel, is a series of opportunities coming. If I interact with those opportunities, I am with time. Else, I am letting time flow by me and I am standing where I was. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Vitiji. Defining time from your perspective. Yes, Reddy Garu.
Sir, good morning.
Good morning.
On a lighter note, I remember only when I read a contract, time is essence of this contract. Thank you.
You read which one? Sorry.
When I read any order, they say that time is the essence of this contract.
Right. Yeah.
So then
Exactly.
I remember about the time.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Time is essential. That is coming up in various ways. Yeah. Yes, Kunanji.
Yeah, very good morning, Ramaji and all. I just wanted to add to what Niti ma'am mentioned. I do agree, and then my addition into that is the other than experience is event and the sequence of events of our existence or the existence of life in irreversible manner from the past, present, and future. So that's what is coming to me right now, sir. Thank you.
Absolutely. That's very important quality, that it is irreversible. The time is an error of time. It is irreversible. It's non-commutative. You cannot substitute for the sequence. You cannot go back in sequence. For example, if you have a egg, you can make omelette in time sequence. The omelette, you cannot make it back to egg. So that's the impact of time. Right. Yes, Shanti ma'am.
Good morning, all. I just read in a neuroscience book that there is no time exists. It's the sun's rise and the sun's set make the world feel, we assume that a sunrise and a sunset till the next sunrise. That is 24 hours, and we assume that as a day. As for ourselves, and we have our own circadian rhythm in our own body, which also has the same 24 hours, in which we can work for 12 hours and the body needs some rest for at least minimum 8 to 12 hours to replenish its cells, to again come to the work, to get the energy back. Otherwise, time is of no use in our life. Suppose you want to meet some other people, you can fix up some time. I come at 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Otherwise, time is of not use, because if you tell there is something standardized method, so that you can mention that I will come at 10 o'clock, I will come to the work at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, time as such doesn't play any important role in the human life. If you just understand that the time is set by the people for our convenience, otherwise time doesn't have any significance in human life. You're doing your work and the result comes when it has to come. But we make some time-bound goals and we want to achieve it. We get anxious, and that creates some stress in our body. These are all our own creations, our own disruptions that we are causing inside our own mind. Actually, there is nothing as time exists. It's all created by the human being for their own convenience. You have to go to work at 9 o'clock. I will be expecting the bus at 9 o'clock. They'll come and pick me at 9 o'clock. The office ends at 5 o'clock. No one will tell you that if you work for further 1 or 2 hours, no one will refuse you, or no one will give some objection. If you work in a nice manner, they will even leave you some 2 or 3 hours earlier than the standard registered time. So time doesn't exist in human life. As creators, we need time to bring about all the resources and do something. Like what Thomas Alva Edison has told. Like he failed 1,000 times to find out a bulb to light everywhere, to light the human life. Any inventor, he doesn't get anything just out of the blue. He has to spend a lot of time to create that. And sometimes he just fall upon that discovery so easily, accidentally. Sometimes they intensely have to work for a long time. Otherwise, the time doesn't have any significance in human life. It's only our aging, this cannot be avoided. That's it. We talk it, its past, its present, its future. All these names are only given by us. Actually,
So-
no such thing as time. See, time is just a number in your age. I am 49 years old. Sometimes people work till 70. Sometimes people feel that, no, I am not able to work. I want to retire at 60. It all depends upon our own perception, our own interest.
Sure. So time doesn't exist.
This is also a very new concept perception for me, but this is to some extent, this is also true.
Yeah. So there are different
You
perceptions,
have to make some mistakes to
there are
learn.
different viewpoints.
You
So
should not tell
the question
that
is-
it is past.
No, sure. So do you really perceive? Of course, we do perceive time doesn't exist. Not always. Sometimes we feel, right? So when you are in a very difficult task, the time looks like extending to infinite. Whereas when you are enjoying something, when you are with your lover, when you are with beautiful sceneries, the time flies like anything. That doesn't seem to be time at all, right? So from that sense, there is no time. So if you are really enjoying your life, every moment, the moment itself is not there. So time is not there. So if you are being yourself, if you are enjoying everything, you are doing what is coming in front of you and what you live your life. So if you truly live your life, there is no time. So but we don't, right? The reality is that we don't. So that's why we talk about time. So if we truly live our life, we won't be talking about the time or anything else. So now that we are here and talking about so many things, we have time. So as usual, there are two aspects to the time. One is internal time, another is external time. The external time is for the convenience. So we all have the clock time, which is the convenience. Like, we want to meet together, we want to observe some common things, cooperatively working many things. So for that, we need some kind of time, that is the clock time. The other one is internal time, which is psychological time. The psychological time varies for each person. So like Shanti ma'am also said, certain things in your work also, if you need to, you may be able to do it. Somebody else may do it in 3 days, you may do it in 3 hours based on your capabilities, your own circumstances and your own situation. Whereas somebody else may take 3 weeks to do the same thing, right? So there what the time is very, very relative from that perspective, right? So depending upon the person's capabilities and being, the person's being, something can be done in 3 hours. The same thing somebody else takes 3 days, somebody else takes 3 weeks, right? Somebody else takes 3 years or 3 decades to do the same thing, right? For example, the self-development or self-transformation. Some people do it within 3 seconds, like somebody gets enlightened, but we may not get enlightened even 3 lifetimes, right? So from that perspective, time is very, very relative. Even the external time, there are 2 ways of looking at it. One is like a single line of arrow, which is going to the infinity, right? The time keeps on going. We don't know when it is going to end, whether it is going to end. So it is going in one direction, right? Time is one directional arrow going to the infinity. So that is one way of looking at the time. The other way of looking at the time is the circle that you can easily relate. Shanti ma'am also told that there is a day and night, there is a season, there is a year. So everything repeats. Whatever you take in life, it repeats. It is like a circle, right? So we can look at the time in those aspects as well. Okay. Yes, Vilasji, what do you want to say?
Well, morning to all. As per as this is a very interesting point of view, as a time doesn't exist. As a we are source of, we are a bundle of energy. In short, we are a soul. So we are going through the journey of this human life, and it's a really interesting point of view that this human beings creates time, and we measure, we compete, we have a lots of socio-economical factors depending on the timing. Like we goes to doctor, the doctor said you are 40-year-old, so these are the symptoms and these are the things. But actually, in reality, who we are a soul. So we are on the path of journey. We are changing these bodies in various, as per the philosophy and as per the Hindu religious belief, we are changing the lives. So in that sense, I second to Shanti ma'am that time doesn't exist. It's just only the creation of human intelligence for the purpose of measurement. We take it the way we look at it. So yeah. So time is only like there is one saying, right? Some people become CEO at the age of 25, 30 and dies at the age of 45 because of cardiac arrest. But some people live a healthy life and becomes a CEO at the age of 55. So in that sense, who lives the fruitful life? and a happy life, and that really matters. So yeah, it's all about the existence, how you go through the experiences, and what you achieved in this space and journey. And thank you. That's my point of views on this. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, Vilas. So, like Shanti ma'am and Vilas said, time doesn't exist provided you really live your life fully and do what is required to be done. But in absence of that, there is time existing. That's what we are experiencing and feeling. Yes.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. I think the discussion is going more into, but I would like to add what Shantiji and Vilasji mentioned. But ultimately, my point, what also Sukdeepak sir has always told, that what exactly you are doing, that matters a lot. So whatsoever is the concept or definition of time, whatsoever it is, I need to see what I'm doing and how can I become the better version of myself by taking action at this time. But from the physics perspective, what I know that whatsoever the factual scientific data we do have, and the way we measure time for the sake of having understanding among the human civilization, that I understand it started all with the Big Bang. I don't know how many billion years. And then we all agreed as a human being that, oh, this is what is the beginning of time from the physics perspective. So when it will end, we don't know. But as you rightly mentioned, Ramasar, is moving in one direction. And of course, we have the references, like when we say memory, it's something had happened in the past as a time. So that memory is there, and we are in the present, and we have the perception about something is going to happen later on in future. So, but for all of us, we have to be always in the present. That's the most important. And we have to respond or behave in the best manner so that we enjoy the present. And that's what the purpose of our transformation and enlightenment, etc. So that's what I wanted to share, sir. And let's focus
Right.
more on present now.
Yeah, right. Thank you, Kunanji. So the latest physics is that there is a physicist called Sean Carroll. So his finding is that there is no time. Not yet proved, but that is what he is going towards. So anyway, so from the other philosophical point of view, anything which is starting or created will end, will get destroyed. That is not permanent. So time, if time started in Big Bang, then it will end somewhere. So it is not permanent. Anyway, so those are all the various perceptions, various theories, various philosophies. So let's come back. As Kunanji said, what are we doing with time? What is the present moment? What are we doing? So let's hear from Shantiji, Taki, and Shakti before we move on to the next part. Yes, Shantiji.
Yes, there is one thing exists, that is energy management. Time management is totally energy management. Whatever energy you have, that
Yeah,
you can manage.
Yeah,
You can
obviously,
manage your energy.
E equal to MC
Manage
square,
with
right?
the
Energy.
people who has the same kind of energy. You cannot go and mingle with people with low energy, or people, if somebody who have higher energy than you cannot understand what they are talking about. There is difference. Time management is almost energy management, and we mistook energy management as time management. The energy level is of a human being is also like not in a linear or not in the same level. It also has goes ups and downs. There are sometimes you're very energetic, sometimes you feel dull. these are created because of our past experiences. Like our brain brings some past memories to the present. When we engage in some work, it reminds me about our past failures, of past successes, and make us feel more energetic, or make us feel some negative emotions like fear of failure, or fear of the unknown, fear of moving about the comfort zone, all are created into our energy system. So the energy system affects our time management. Like when the energy is high, you get positive thoughts and you work and you finish the works quickly. But when the energy is low because of some emotional feelings, emotional disturbances in your energy flow, the work is delayed and you tell that it took me a long time to finish this work. Time management is equal to energy management.
Yes,
So
which is equal to self-management.
yes, emotional management, emotional quotient.
Yeah, which is equal to self-development. That is what we are doing here. Thank you, Shanti, ma'am. So even the Einstein's theory, relativity theory, E equal to mc square, energy equal to mass into c is the velocity of light. So that can be expanded. Velocity is distance by time. So distance by time, the whole square. So basically you convert the distance, which is space, time, and mass is matter. Space, time, and matter all put together, you convert into energy. So ultimately, we all manage the energy. Thank you, Shanti man, to bring it up. Yes, Shakti.
Sir, from my point of view, time does exist, sir. It's we are living moment by moment. It's a collection of experience I'm having it, and then what are the experience I'm getting it, and then how I'm processing. That's going to make big difference. As you said, egg can be an omelette. For we are adding value into that, we can make an omelette and then it have more value. Same way it become a chick as well as chicken, and then you can produce egg. Different point of view it has. How we are processing, how we are going to make use of that. That's what my point, sir.
Yeah. So you can either make it as an omelette, or you can make it as a other chicken, or you can just waste it, right?
Yes.
So it just gets broken and gets spilled and spoiled. That is
Yeah,
also
it's
possible.
up to them how we are processing ourselves.
Yeah.
I
By the
normally
Exactly,
boil it
yeah.
and eat quickly.
Yes, anything.
I think it is Sunday effect.
For your information, I'm a vegetarian, sir, for this month.
There are vegetarian egg also available. Vetri, address.
The key word is this month.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I think it is nice topic about the time. I didn't get the initial discussion. So what I felt as Vilasji said, time is a measurement and it is important actually. It is, we can say it is exists because time measures how long something is exist. I feel even sun, everything have a lifespan. That lifespan is measured by time. That means how we can say, we are saying, we got freedom in 1947. That is a time. We are measuring, we are just, anchoring that era in a sense of time. So we created it, it's okay. For why it is we created still, how will, this one, radiocarbon dating, we are measuring through the age, means this is there is a measurement that is, deteriorating time. To the time, everything is deteriorating most of the time, most of the things. So that's the one thing, one part I feel. So whenever we're saying, yeah, Einstein found this one, that in this year, and you born in this year. So everywhere we are just mentioning the year or the time. Another thing in the philosophical point of view, I believe there is a religious scripts. It says there is a small lesson. It's my one of favorite lesson. Its name is the time, the asr. Means in that small lesson, only 3 verses. It says, all the humankind. If you just take the humankind, every humankind is in loss except those who believe in God and do the good deeds, and especially the reminding for the patience and justice. Whoever is not reminding, or whoever is not firm with their belief system, and their doing good deeds and justice, means justice and patience, very important. As as Shakti said, uh, the patience is very important, because when we are not patient, we'll make the omelette with the egg. If you are patient, you may make a chicken. Again, you will get more chickens or hens. So patience is very important. If you are not patient, you have to get the hen from out of the egg, and you will break it. You will not get the egg. You will get the omelette, or maybe some will say. So patience is important, and the goodness, justice is important. Justice is important, patience is important, belief in a strong belief system is important. Except those, everyone will be in loss. The humankind, if we then are to remarkable change in the society or the humankind, these 3 things are important, I feel. As per the time, because God is saying, just saying the making the which is firm in the name of time. So he mentioned the time, time. As per the time, human being is in loss. So I feel something I got, why we are measuring that way. There is no other option. Even the everything will die, means the sun, the earth, the trees, ourselves, everything will die. There have a life for everything. So time is important, and we are giving the measurement that way, that we are giving the age to everything. So maybe I think I couldn't I couldn't conclude it what is the time actually, but I feel it is a firm measurement and firm milestone in our life, I feel. Thank you.
Sure. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Taki. So as you said, the time is there, but there are moments where we can experience timelessness also. I think that's the point we are discussing. Thank you, Taki. Yes, Venkatesh.
I actually, Shanti madam left now, but according to her, there's nothing like time. And according to me, only time is the reality. Time is the only reality in life that is given to all equally. Or whether you are rich or poor or anything, you have just 24 hours. Time is something like a concept, and time has 2 measures, like one we say kal, that is your time in life or something, and the time actually 24 hours. So you are in your good time, you can take an example. In your good time, even the bad people do good to you, and in your bad time, even the good people are helpless, they will not help to you. That is called a time in life, which is philosophical, like it's the age or something like that. And the other time, what you say, as 24 hours given to you, how best you can use or anything, you can meditate, you can use it, you can improve so many things, and you can waste it also, but you have it like a limited currency given to you, 24 hours. So I believe time is everything in life. So it's for me and you that we have all the things, means only time. Other things, you have money, I have money, all these things are just temporary. Time is something is permanent, basic truth. That is the thing which is there with everyone. And we are spending 1 hour together. That's the thing. I am very happy about it. Thank you.
Right. Thank you, sir. So now, what do we do with the time, what we have? Right.
Don't
So
wait.
yeah. So how do we miss misuse, I think that we are experts in that, so we'll move on. Let's not delve on that. So how do you use the time? So we talked about clock time versus psychological time. So most of the time, the misuse happens from the psychological time perspective. If you purely follow the clock time, there is no issue. The psychological time, what happens is internally we keep wondering about the past and future, worried about the past and anxious about the future, and we waste the present moments. So that's what happens in the psychological time. That's how we waste the time mostly. So now that we are in the present, now that we know there is a time and the time is already passed, there are certain things we are done, we are not done, but we are here based on whatever we are done. So there is a time, there is a cause and effect. You do certain things, certain things will be coming, right? So cause and effect, we all understand. So in the past, we already created our present and future as well to a certain extent, not completely. It is a formation. So similarly, in the present, we have the opportunity to shape the future. Whatever we have done in the past to create the future in a particular way, we can also shape it and change it in the present moment. So now that we are in the present, what is that we can do to create a better future is the question. Yes, sir, Reddy garu.
Sir, better utilization of time.
Yeah. Yeah, anybody else? Yes, but
Sir, I would like to share, by tradition, we share Tirukkural, which prompted me to say this, which is very relevant to the topic. Topic about time, or are we discussing topic about egg and omelette? Little bit confused, and now I'm very clear. Everybody got stick to. So this Tirukkural says, I say in Tamil, then I do a translation. It says, "Gnanam kardinum kaikudum, kalam kardi idathat say." Like you beautifully said, time is the element, but what to do with that? How to create a life about it? Tirukkural says, though a person should meditate the conquest of the world, he may accomplish if he acts in the right time and at the right place. The secret of creating anything in life, it is about acting in the right time and right place. And also he says, one who knows art of using the time and waiting is the power of this time. For dear Ramaji.
yeah, thank you, Vetri. Yeah, I think all of us also able to relate and understand that usage of time is important. So now to create a better future, how do we use our time? What is the best way to get prepared for the future? Yes, Taki.
Yeah, as the timing is important. What we are doing on time is important, as Vetri said. And still, I said, I felt I completed that one. That means the belief system, and we are judgment. We said what is good, what is bad. But still, there is a definition for us. Time we are giving definition. So maybe for good and bad, we can give the definition. We common man, sir, we can give. So do the good deeds and be patient and be with the justice. I feel these three, as I said, as for the time, we are act upon all those three things. I think we can use it properly. Means do good deeds, if it's judgment, and be in the justice, and be with patience, and believe, make a strong belief system, and then I feel automatically we can create the proper way. So that means We can't, we are saying don't be judgmental, right is wrong. But how we'll measure that our action is going the proper way, the right way? If you don't have that judgment, how we'll make it sure it is in the proper way? We are in that action is the proper way. So I feel we have to find that way, and that's all. Use it the proper way.
Right, yeah. So, yes, Kamal.
Yes, good morning, all. So now how to make it better? Like during my Vipassana, they said that every moment is like, and even every breath we say, we born and we die. With every breath we take a breath, we leave and we take out is done. But then how to make it, so we have to live in present, the power of now we say. And and as Nitiji also said that life is made of moments, so we never know tomorrow we may be here or not. So better to live this moment happy, memorable, and the future will be obviously the good one only. So that's what I believe. So just live it happy, because we really don't know about the future. But yes, if you can make it the present now, the good things now, happy, the future is definitely going to be happy. Doing good
Right,
deeds,
yeah.
whatever we discussed.
Yeah. So if you realize the power of now and utilize it fully, we can definitely create a better future. So see, in the future, we never know what is going to come. So whether it is Corona is going to come, some other disease comes, or some other situation arises, different kind of species come into the planet, or whatever happens, we really don't even have any clue, right? So we cannot get prepared for everything, what possible things which can happen in the future. So what is that which is there in our hand, which we can do to get prepared for future? Kamal, have you? Okay, you finished. Okay, yes, Vilas.
Ramaji,
Yes.
how we can spend time more fruitfully by giving the services by using our best abilities. At the same time, we are in the existence, so we have to try to connect to the creator. So I think best time utilized when you are into awareness that you are a part of it and you are trying to connect. That's where your time will be utilized by serving as well as connecting back to the main source of existence. So that makes sense to be in present as well as being eternal happiness, because time what we spend for day-to-day living, achieving success, all these materialistic things can be measured, and that's where the essence of time comes. But at the same time, we are on the journey, so we have to connect to the main source. So I think by doing so many practices or the known things, by connecting to the main resource and serving to the humanity by giving our contribution for the existence for day to day. So I think these are the ways we can utilize time in better fashion.
Yes. So how do we better utilize our time? Being aware, being conscious, being connecting to the nature, to the universe, and do what is useful to us and for others, definitely. And then how do we get prepared for future? What is in our hand, which we can do, which will help us to handle the future in a better way? Yes, Konanji.
Yes, so thank you. I think Vilasji has mentioned a good point. Just wanted to add to that is, as a human being, just reflecting upon, we also have the habit of forgetfulness. We forget who exactly we are. So when we talk about the universe and the nature and the creator, somewhere I think I have forget what is my nature, what is my origin, from where exactly I came. So also from the time perspective, I need to remind myself and understand my nature as a human being with the belief that going forward with the arrow of time, there is tremendous amount of possibilities, opportunities, and good things are there. So let's ensure that with the complete awareness, every moment, let's do the best efforts to keep ourselves contented, because time doesn't pass. We meet people, we meet situation, we create events. So from that perspective, as we always discuss, that awareness matters a lot. And the other day when Sukhdeepak sir was talking about what's significant for all of us is management of our mind, body, emotion, attention. And of course, in that attention, the time comes. So with the awareness, with the complete focus and enthusiasm, if we meet the events, then with the passage of the moments, we'll have the ease, joy, and glory every moment. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Kunaji. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. When we are talking about, future, we have a lot of things to say. As yesterday, we were discussing about future. What is future? This is today or tomorrow or now. We don't know. That means we don't know how much time we are allotted. We allotted for us. This is another good question. Thought I came to my mind, because we are planning for the future and forgetting this present, and that's one of the major trap we are in. So we don't know how much time the real thing matter allotted to us. So we have to take care about the moments in our life and create, as they said. That's why I just thinking also why, because when we are discussing about the time, most of the people, we also lost somewhere, because what it is time. When we are forgetting those things, as Ponenji said, most of the time we are forgetting the awareness, we are forgetting something, and we are thinking about the future. But we have to careful about this is the thing, very limited might be, maybe unlimited, we don't know how much to us. So that's why I said the truth, the justice, and patience, and all the belief. These things we have to always taking care about, and then plan for the future. So I feel we can give the better definition for the time. Otherwise, we will be the loss of explaining the time. I feel it is a good point. I
Right.
felt.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you said it. We don't know how much time left for us. So with that, what is that we can do in the present moment? And how do we create a better future? So one thing we can do is learn the lessons from the past and forget the past. Because if you keep remembering the past and keep dwelling on it, keep worrying about it, only waste the time. Do your best and be in the present. Keep improving yourself always in small increments. This is called Kaizen concept in Japanese. Very, very interesting concept. So you don't make any drastic changes. In fact, when you make drastic changes, sustaining that is going to be very difficult. Make small incremental changes continuously and sustain that. Review the future you already created. Meaning what? Already by taking some actions, you caused certain things to come in. So look at whether it is in your own interest, whether it is good enough, whether you want to fine tune that, and do additional actions which will allow you to create a better future. Be flexible and capable to handle whatever comes up. So ultimately, this is the key, right? How do you get prepared for better future is to develop yourself, be self-sufficient, be capable, and continuously improve yourself, so that whatever comes up, whatever is thrown at you in life, you are ready to handle it. And that's exactly we are doing here, questioning ourselves, questioning various things, and continuously developing our skills at various levels, physical, mental, and emotional. So that's exactly we are here to do that. So how exactly we can do those self-development is topic for another day. But today we can look at broadly that the way to prepare yourself for future is to do the self-development and self-improvement. That's exactly we are doing here. So I will stop here and let Vilas, Reddy Garu and Vilas, please go ahead.
Sir, can we add one more? Don't worry about the result.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's very, very important. Not, no, it's not just philosophical statement. In even in the, practically you look at it. If you want a result, it's not that you don't want that result. You want that result. But if you keep worrying about that result, you will not be able to do what is required to be done. So once you want that result, once you decide that result, look at what is that you need to do to make that result to come in. So this is where your cause and effect also comes in, right? So your focus is on doing the basic things, the causes, create those causes such that the effect is the result what you want. So that's the important thing to look at. So when you say don't worry about result, that doesn't mean that you are not bothered about the result. It is that don't get stuck with the result. Focus on the causes to create the result what you want as effect. That's the essence. Yes, Vilas.
Oh, well, it's interesting that how long we are on this in this human body. That is the really interesting point. Basically, there are two ages, like the real age as per the birth, and second is the biological age. That how old you are because of your habits and healthy things what you do in your life. So yeah, that is one thing. But as per my understanding, that as long as your purpose is not finished in this life, you can't leave this body. You are on the mission and purpose, so you have to fulfill that. Without that, you can't exit from this. So there is a meaning to this life. Sometimes we don't understand, sometimes we know, sometimes we find out. Eventually we evolve and we will come to know. For this reason, it took 5 years to understand and gone through this kind of troubles and all. So this is we come to know because of the experience. So that is one thing as far as the existence is concerned. And second thing about how to about the future. Yeah, so be prepared, be ready. We don't know what will come next, so accept it. Allow it to do the changes in your life as well as your relationship and move on, because this is something is coming on the way which is in your control. Definitely certain things are not in your control, so it's all about the acceptance and moving on. So that is what you have to prepare. Accept the things, accept the people, accept the situation as it is, and move on with your mission, with your purpose in life.
Yes,
So that's the way I can take it as a future.
absolutely. We did talk about yesterday, what are the priorities in your life? What is the purpose of your life? So you well connected that. So we need to know what is the purpose of our life so that we utilize our time appropriately. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Vilas. Kunanji, you wanted to say something?
I just wanted to say something, but it's skipped from my mind.
Yeah, okay, no problem. So basically the essence of getting prepared to handle anything in future in terms of equipping ourselves with all the skills and capabilities is what we can do for the future. So basically self-development or self-improvement or self-transformation is the key or the answer for preparing for the better future.
What is Ramaji, what's coming to me is
Yeah.
like in the present moment, with the complete awareness, the highest possible vibrational energy whatsoever, then we can really enjoy the moment, whether it is present or the future, whatsoever it is. So if the focus is on that highest possible vibrational energy every moment, then no need to worry about the future. And this reminds me, I think we had discussed the other day that like when we go to the bed, and some say that people sleep is like half death. We get up next morning because thanks to Almighty. So if we live the day with the mindset that today is my last day, and someone had asked that if whatsoever I have planned to do for today, 9th of October, so if I consider that this is the last day of my life, then will I do the same thing what I had planned to do? Maybe no. So we forget that this might not happen, but that's the reality. As we all know that we don't know how much time we do have left. So that sense of urgency somewhere is lacking. So I think I need to create that sense of urgency every moment. Then we start vibrating at the higher possible energy. As Sukhdeepak sir always say that enhancement of focus and the enthusiasm. So when you bring enthusiasm into that moment with the remembering that today could be my last day, or this moment could be the last moment, let's utilize in the best way. So that's what is coming to me. So thank you so much for bringing this topic.
Sure. Our psychology doesn't allow us to think that there is only limited time and this is the last day. We always, some way it tries to say that we are going to be there forever.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to Shri Prasad Garu's don't worry about the result. What I learned from Sukhdeepak sir when he was talking like attention matters. So yes, we should have a clarity. What is my desire? But I should not take my attention to that in the future with the result, oh, this is what will be happening and I'll be using whatsoever it is. If we manage our attention at this moment, of course, with the plan that this is what is my action plan, with complete focus and attention, that means that don't take your attention to your result. Just focus, bring your attention completely to this moment by taking action. Then ultimately the result will be coming. But if we distract our attention by thinking about the future or what will happen or I will do like that, then we will scatter our energy in that moment. That's what is coming to me, sir. Thank
Sure.
you.
Yeah. So as you rightly said, and also Shanti ma'am indicated, if we are in the present moment and being in high energy, I think nothing else is required. If we can always make sure that we are in the present moment and we vibrate with the highest possible energy, nothing else is required. Yes, Vilas.
Here as far as we are talking about the results, so we should be ready that each and every time we are doing our best as per our knowledge, as per our expertise, but sometimes we can fail, so we have to be ready for that. As long as our time is not come, we will not get the results. So that is their ultimate truth, that the supreme power is playing its role. Sometimes we don't do the things intentionally as well as with 100% capacity, still we get the best results, or still we get the much more than what we deserve in that effort. So I think there is some supreme energy is working on the way. So we have to allow that to be accept as well as we have to be mindful that, okay, we are doing our due diligence, but end of the day, result is not in my hand. Although we say we are doing result oriented, focus things, so we will get this out if we do that. But end of the day, we have to prepare and mentally aware that it's supreme power which is materializing or giving that result. So yeah, we have to allow that power also in our efforts. That I am doing my bit, he will do his bit. End of the day, that will create the result. So we have to be ready that if he's not, the superpower is not supporting, so we have to accept to do it, redo it again by the experience what we got. So I will put it that way.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, in addition to being in present and being energetic, also accept whatever comes. Right, you have been energetically there, being present, and whatever comes, you accept. Don't treat that as a failure or anything. Accept and move on. I think that will really give the great life. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, just to
Yes,
quickly
thank
add some, as we know that there's nothing like failure, it's just a lessons. So if something is happening, which I had not expected in that moment, which we people call it bad time. So it's just a lesson with the complete awareness. If we can be pick that, okay, this moment, what exactly I am learning at this moment. And then let's learn and move forward. Thank you,
Right.
Vilaji.
you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah, it is an interesting topic and never-ending topic. That's why we are, saying most of the things. Still, we have a lot of things to discuss. I just concise. I want to concise it because as human beings, we are always thinking about the result, and we are always, minding our result. But I think, as per the philosophical way, result is not a matter in front of the Almighty, because karma means our actions and intentions, especially intention. What's your intention? That nobody knows. Intention and action is important. You just do that one like a sun, and it will happen. The result will happen, as everyone said. Another thing, so we are measured by our actions than any result. So that is will give you one peace of mind when we are thinking that way. My actions are rewarded, not the result. Maybe you will not get any results most of the time. Another thing, your time. We are discussing about time. It's never ending, and we couldn't conclude the matter because maybe I will just concise that one the simple way. In the Arabic, it is maybe shahari, or you can say verses. While asr innal insana lafi khusr illa alladhina amanu wa amilus salihati wa tawasaw bil haqqi wa tawasaw bis sabr. Means as per the time. Means even Almighty is saying as per the time. Is reinforcing with the time. All human beings are in loss. Those who are not believing the Almighty, the creation, and who are not discussing or not advising between with the justice, truth, and patience. These three things are important. If you are firm with that one and do your own action and not you are minding the result, it is you done your part. In the time frame, as the relativity theory, in the time frame, you done your part. If you are doing the action, you are not, the result is not matter for you. So I think I can concise that way. Simple.
Yeah, thank you. The action is important because there is set of inputs. You may not have the complete control on that. What you have control is on your action, and the output, again, you may not have complete control. So even if you look at the simplistic terms, input and action and then output, right? So what you have most control is on your action. Right, thank you. It was a great discussion. So we will stop the discussion here. Maybe we'll start with the shares. You are on mute, Kunal ji.
कमल जी से शुरू करते हैं, आज की शायरी का आगाज करते हैं।
Yeah, yes, Kamal.
भाइयों और बहनों, आप सबों के सामने मैं पेश कर रहा हूँ कमल दुपारे, और वो आपको एक शायरी पेश करेंगे। Please help and welcome Kamal Dupare.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक शायरी में वो सोचना पड़ेगा क्या याद है, क्योंकि सारा जो चल रहा है वक्त के ऊपर चल रहा है और बहुत ही the discussion is around very philosophical, very spiritual. And I remember one lines of a couplet, बहुत शुद्ध उर्दू है, वो बोलते हैं कि कोई तो है जो निजाम हस्ती चला रहा है. There is one power. So कोई तो है जो निजाम हस्ती चला रहा है, वही खुदा है. दिखाई भी जो ना दे, नजर जो आ रहा है, वही खुदा है. तलाश उसको ना कर बुतों में, वही तो है बदलती हुई रुतों में. जो दिन को रात और रात को दिन बना रहा है, वही खुदा है. I think you can better translate Quran, sir.
वही खुदा है. इस
So
तरीके
there is
से
a
लो.
supreme power actually, which is playing everything, which is arrangement, which is doing all the order of life, all the arrangements.
Thank you Kamal ji.
Very beautiful.
कहते हैं कि वक्त दिखाई नहीं देता है लेकिन बहुत कुछ दिखा देता है. ये है the power of time is, it is unseen but show us many things. तो मैं जो शेयर अर्ज कर रहा हूं जनाब वेंकटेश जी, मेरे लिए, अपने लिए, सबके लिए, कि ये वक्त गुजरता रहता है. ये वक्त गुजरता रहता है और इंसान भी बदलता रहता है. ये वक्त गुजरता रहता है, इंसान भी बदलता रहता है. संभाल लो अपने आप को जनाब, संभाल लो अपने आप को जनाब. ये वक्त खुद चीख चीख कर कहता है. ये वक्त खुद चीख चीख कर कहता है. वेंकटेश जी ट्रांसलेट कर दीजिए आप.
Again, once, just lines.
समझ के
ये वक्त गुजरता रहता है.
Yeah, why this time passes, just time passes on.
इंसान भी बदलता रहता है.
And the man also changes.
संभाल लो खुद को तुम जनाब.
Yeah, safeguard yourself.
ये वक्त खुद चीख कर कहता है.
And the time itself is shouting at you and telling you to take care of yourself, like hold your values, everything, because I am changing and you are also changing. So hold yourself.
Hold yourself, transform yourself,
Yes.
and you will get the life of ease, joy, and glory. So keep on coming to every morning to Empowering Morning Conversation with Sukhdeepak Malwai, and keep on transforming yourself with time, because time
Give
never
five.
stops. Yeah. Back to you, Rama sir.
time freeze.
Yeah, the meeting is over. Right, if anybody else want to